Hey man, Cordell, welcome back to the Buke. Maybe you could start by giving us some reflections on your freshman season there. Obviously, all Dubuque County was watching, and what do you make of it being a Hawkeye now?
I mean, it's a dream come true. Ever since I committed, I knew I wanted to be there, and it's an opportunity not a lot of people get. So I definitely didn't want to take it for granted. I wanted to go have fun. I mean, enjoy my freshman year, but I also wanted to dominate in every way that I can. And I feel like I showed a lot of people that I can compete at that level, and that the University of Iowa isn't this underdog team, that we're going to be something special in the next few years. So, I mean, all together, I feel like it was an awesome experience for me to live as a freshman, and we're ready to get better from here.
I mean, there's probably a lot of differences, but going from, you've played on a lot of big stages and everything. What would you say, aside from maybe like what's the difference between the prep game and the college game? Like, I'm sure speed or what's the biggest shock value there when you're on that court?
I think the biggest change was the speed of the game. Like, I didn't find that much difference in strength and things like that, just because of the way games are officiated nowadays. It's a lot more softer, but the strength wasn't an issue. It was more of just the speed. You realize you have that next gear. There always is more to give, and I don't want to say I coasted in high school, but I didn't even realize that I had that next gear in high school. And when I got to college and I realized if I wanted to play, I had to play at that level. That was the thing that stuck out the most. And it was almost like the little things that you could do in high school you can't get away with in college. I noticed that pretty quickly, that like passes that I would make in high school and shots I would take in high school, they're going to get deflected and they're going to get blocked. So
right.
I think that was the hardest thing to overcome. But as time went on, I grew into a position on the team, a role on the team that I knew I was comfortable in, and we just kind of took off from there. You
had a heck of a freshman season, setting that field goal record and everything too. Did you see that in yourself, being able to do something like that?
I mean, going into the season, you're not like, oh, I'm gonna set this record. I'm gonna set this record. I just went out and played, and once the non-conference season was over, we started with conference around January. I was shooting 70% from the field. I'm like, I have a better field goal percentage. I do free throw percentage. So I was like, I just got to keep this up. I got to keep. The thing I was best at was taking shots I knew I was capable of making. I always stuck in my role, in my comfort zone. I never wanted to get out of that. So the shots I was taking, I knew I had a higher percentage of making. And I mean, I don't want to say like it's a dream of mine to set the field goal percentage for a freshman, but I'm honored to be able to say that I hold that record now.
Yeah, awesome. Lastly, you're up here with your teammates Nicholas and Jordan, and you were talking a little bit about all the great things that you guys see happening for the Hawkeyes in the next couple of years. Why do you feel so confident about that?
I mean, I'm not out here guaranteeing anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I've got teammates like Jordan, Big Ten Freshman of the Year, 3-point leader, assist leader, things like that. I've got Tyler, Big Ten Freshman, Bear, 6th Man of the Year. I've got all I'm surrounded by guys who are gonna not only make us better, but make me better as a player as well. So I'm with these guys every day, basically year round. I mean, 11 months of the year I'm with these guys, and they're just making me better. And I understand that there's a lot of potential in the room and when we're all together, but we've definitely got to keep our minds straight and realize that there's a goal that we're trying to reach, and we can't let anything distract that.